Hello there, and I've finally finished building the second floor of the Lego store. If you haven't seen my first floors video, I'm only going to cover it briefly in today's video, so do check it out. Perhaps I'll leave it linked on screen or in the description, but it is again up on my channel, and you can see it looks a bit different to last time, and that is because I've populated both of these and even added a figure outside of the city. We'll take a look at that later on in the video, where I add both of these to my city and just show all my other updates. Like I've got a card to show later on and a few other spiders and figures that I've dotted about. But taking a closer look at the second floor of the Lego store, you can see I've added quite a bit that you might recognize. We've got the pick a brick wall here, and I've tried to create some builder minifigure stations. They are a bit short, so I might extend them in the future. And again, I'm still waiting on the glass tiles from Lego. They should be here by the end of the month. In fact, they should be here by the end of next week. So by Friday, hopefully I'll get an update soon with the glass panels in, as it'll just finish the look, make them look a lot nicer, and really complete this tower for the Lego City, at least for now. I'll work on the museum and the rooftop at another time, and I think I really did capture the essence of a Lego store. You've got this design over here of course, a double-decker bus to go with the Big Ben on the ground floor. And I've even created sort of a flower mosaic on the wall. I've added a spider for, of course, Halloween. So I have to remember to take that one off at the end of the month. But these two pieces here are pieces that I just collected loads of off the pick-a-brick wall. And I thought, what better use than to use them in the store? So create this nice little mosaic just to go on the wall as the minifigures are coming up the stairs. And you'll also notice that there is a gap in the floor, quite a big gap, as not only do you have the stairs coming up in this gap here, but I've also left this little balcony bit so minifigures such as this guy here can overlook the ground floor and look at all the people coming in, as well as the streets on the outside. And looking through the window, you get a sense of just how busy the Lego store is on this occasion. And I've added a Jasmine figure. Even on the ground floor, there is a few of the Lego CMF collectible minifigures that I've propped in there. And of course, the minifigures in this corner had to be building their own ones. If you hadn't seen my video from when I went to a Lego store on September the 1st, there was a make and take of these Lego Harry Potter ones that you got to create out of Lego with an axle up the middle, and I just had to recreate a little story here of the minifigures building their own wands. You also have a minifigure right by the Lego sets that I've given Emmett's face just because of this minifigure cannot decide which Lego set to get, and he's getting a bit too excited, so I thought that face told it a bit well. You've also got a minifigure looking at the new sets that just come out on this podium, where you can see the yellow brick does represent that Lego moving truck that you can see on the sticker here. We've got a minifigure going upstairs and a few minifigures standing around the door, entering, leaving. And at the front, you can see you've got another CMF Lego minifigure that's amazed with this giant Lego brick. And another one that's, I guess, touching the Big Ben. I wouldn't recommend doing that in Lego stores, as I suppose there's nothing stopping you. They probably are all glued, but he's just admiring all the little pieces that go in to building the Big Ben. And of course, you have Lester out front here, who is sort of covered by the queue, but we know he's there. Now, taking a look at this second story, again, you've got someone just coming up the stairs. Jasmine and a few other minifigures are at this build a minifigure station, and you can see there's some sort of child here with their parent behind them. And you've also got someone at the pick-a-brick wall that's probably filling up a few cups of all these colourful pieces, and you can actually pop off the pick-a-brick wall, which isn't easy to do. But once I've popped it off, you can see just all the colours that went into it. And for the darker studs, I have added this grey translucent tile on top. And even for the yellow ones, I've added sort of a yellow tinted tile because I didn't have enough clear. But it goes well with all the colours, and you can see the array of different colours that the Lego store has on this particular day. And that just slots on these snot bricks, which are just in the corner. And that goes for the mosaic on the wall and the double-decker bus mural. And it's a bit uglier on the other side. I mean, I know I tried to keep the exteriors of these looking a bit nicer, but as this is going to be right besides and up against the next building, which at the minute is a giant fish tank, which I hope to get working on soon, I thought you're not going to see it, so I had a few gaps in the wall right at the front and just added these brightly coloured pieces so that I have the grey versions if I ever need them. And that goes again on the back. You can see I've even used windows and left this whole bit open because it is covered on the inside and you're just not going to see it. The only four walls you're really going to see are the front of these two and the interior here. So let's go add this into the Lego City and see what it looks like. So the Lego store has been placed in the city and it does look very nice, but just before I started recording this, I did receive a parcel and it was Wolverine's missing claw. I ordered it from Lego. It has arrived. So I thought I'd just show off Wolverine with all 6 of his claws. It does look very nice, a lot better than the stubby one. So if you wanted to see how I built this, go check out my upgrades video that I put out in the week. And I just thought I'd show it off as all the pieces have arrived. So anyway, back to the Lego store. And of course we have got the store with the queue going in. Hopefully the other pieces do arrive from Lego's online pick-a-brick, so I can fill out the windows and the door. Though I have completely copied the pattern from the bottom. You can see the little window with Lester in is repeated on the top, so perhaps we can even get a little Lester on the top. I definitely have the pieces that are needed to replicate him on the top, so perhaps that would be something really cool to add. And of course, looking at it from the outside, you can see the different techniques I've used to create that sort of outside wall brick pattern. Now, I could have put windows there, however, I just felt like that was cheating. There was windows on the side at the bottom. It'd be a bit odd to have windows on top as well. You've got the front windows, which allow you to look into the Lego store. So I created that nice grey brick wall, which looks cool from both sides, and you've already seen the pick-a-brick wall. And you can see this outside wall will be covered by the sea life and aquarium, and of course we've got the back wall that you can't see, so it does look really nice as part of the city. Now, I did also promise a look at a car, which I have created down here with the coffin. You can see in my Halloween sort of spooky update last time, I did say I wanted to create a car, and I didn't get it done for that video, though I have for now. And if I can do this one-handed, it does also transform as you're able to lift up this top bit here, and you can see there is this one-armed skeleton inside, and if you can hold his hand to raise him, he sits up just like so, and this comes down, but not all the way, as this top bit folds up, forming the back of his sort of seat, giving him some sort of headrest. And as you can see, he is now driving a car, which I think is just really cool. It was definitely a struggle to get this mechanism on the back, though. You can see where the engine is at the back. I've just got an arm that hooks onto a nice hinged sort of joint piece, the bar with the open ends. That enables the coffin lid to be lifted up, skeleton to pop out, and now he's driving this cool little coffin car. So I can add that in front of this buggy, and it just gives it a cool Halloween look. I'm definitely certain there's a better way to do that top bit, though. I think it looks really cool as it is, and I took a little bit of inspiration from the original zombie car from the Monster Hunters theme, which I'm afraid is no longer going, but it's mostly my own build, so I definitely enjoyed adding the little bone bumper at the bottom there, as well as the little engines that don't propel it too far, but definitely adds a bit of spookiness, as well as the pumpkin helmeted guy, yes, the pumpkin man who is still in the pumpkin from the corner of the road. And I've also added a spider onto this wall. You can see there's a spider that wasn't there before, and a few others dotted around the city, so I'm sure you might have noticed a few of them to go along with the one in the Lego store. And you've also got, coming out of this tunnel, the original zombie that was in that zombie car, which I was going to include as the driver, though the skeleton works just that much better because I can put hinges on the bottom and he just folds up and down a lot better. The zombie over there in the corner would need some studs to sit on, and then because of the studs on his back, he won't lay flat. It was just easier to use the skeleton as they do have the joints. And of course, you've already seen my little Lego Dreams scene here with the spider and Matteo and Z-Blob saving this biker with the pet on the sidecar, the scientist over there. I like the fact that you've just got these little stories dotted around the city, and it just adds that spooky feel. But next year I'll definitely be improving it quite a bit. And taking one last look at the Lego store, you can see the queue, the windows with the big Ben up the side. It just looks really cool, and I'm happy I've been able to replicate it with my own bricks and not needed to spend lots on this tower. But the next floors will of course be the Lego Museum and a little rooftop house, which I will be moving the rooftop farm over to the right. Perhaps this is where the farmer lives on the left, and you've got the sea life, the aquarium below it, and I definitely need to be starting work on here. You can see my mic's there at the minute, but it's looking a bit plain compared to the rest of the city. I think especially with the queue and all the minifigures outside the Lego store, I definitely need to put something on this left. And this gap here, I definitely want to hang a base plate perhaps and brick out a skyline, add some brick cars to the bottom and some clouds. But let me know down below what you think I could do to fill this little gap between the two towers, as I do think my best bet is hanging a base plate, and especially with the new hook pieces that Lego are using, funnily enough, for toilets in the Ninjago, I definitely think I could just hammer it out unseen up the top there and create a nice skyline on a base plate, as it would just fill the rest. We got the rocky wall on this right, we got the towers on the back and on the left, and I just feel that it would enclose this city into its own world. We also have the Lego Minecraft display, which we'll start work on soon. You've seen the Lego Harry Potter display, and of course hopefully we get some new Star Wars mocks here for the future. I showed it off very briefly in my last episode, but I do have this frame of brick separators, which I just had so many lying around, and an empty frame. I thought I might as well frame them, and it does actually look pretty cool, so perhaps I'll put that up somewhere around the room. But I don't think I'll get any Star Wars mocks done this year. Obviously this is the mock space and it's filled with a bunch of minifigures that need some new homes. So I think next year, for the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars, you can be expecting some really cool builds. So subscribe so you don't miss that out, and any future updates of the Lego City. And do drop a like if you enjoy the Lego store and some elements of the builds, like the pick a brick walls or the builder minifigures. And hopefully I'll be able to show you the finished building in the next video once all the windows and doors have arrived. I'll definitely update you when they come. I have actually received the first part of the Lego order with a few little sets that I'll definitely be building, if not this year, by next year. And again, 2 more collectible minifigure series of the Marvel line. Even though we do have the Agatha that I wanted, it was cool to get another 2, and I hope we don't get too many more doubles. But that is all for this video, and as always, may the bricks be with you.